It is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I am back on the Crafty Maven today, and I am playing with the new Kaleidoscope mini kit that I got from the Secret Not Secret kit. And today I decided I was going to do some multi-photo love. Not only is it multi-photo on one page, but it is a two-page layout with multi-photos on both. So it's actually going to end up being 5 photos, and I know in the scheme of things that's not a ton of photos on a layout, but it is a multi-photo layout, and that's kind of where I'm going. So I have these 2 papers. The colorful one is from Kaleidoscope, and the other one is from my stash. I think it's from 2012. It's a farmhouse piece, and it's got this, like, I don't know, almost like a paper bag look to it. So I used to do a ton of 2-page layouts. That was primarily what I did, and they had to coordinate with each other. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to go a little bit back to my roots. So I do several layouts that are more of a companion page, but when I feel like I'm doing a double page spread, I really feel like they need to be connected somehow. And I tend to use paper to give it that connection. Using the same product works really well. And that's kind of why I'm sticking with Kaleidoscope with just the added little piece of paper. So I want to add some of that beautiful Kaleidoscope paper to both sides. So that is going to incorporate it. You could very easily do 2 pieces of paper that were the same, but that's not what I chose to do this time. So I want it to look like one big layout, basically. So I just cut the same amount off and decided that I would take that small leftover piece and put it on the other side of the Kaleidoscope paper, and that is going to give me 2 12 by 12s. So then I am trying to figure out layout, and the 2 pictures of my daughter, I just felt like her outfit went much better with the Kaleidoscope paper, and I loved how when you sit the photos in the middle, it's like the colors are just bursting out of the photo, and that would work with just one photo or multi-photos, whichever you're thinking. And then the ones on the other side are a little more muted with my husband, and so I felt like they went better on the other side. So I am going to mat the photos of my husband with the 6x8 pad of field notes, I think from Vicki Boutin. And I'm going to use kind of a teal and kind of a orange. And I'm just going to back those a little bit, and then that is the bag that all of my wonderful ephemera came in, and I am going to use that as a second mat. So they are placed a little off kilter there, and I have this piece of ephemera that's a postcard that I just love, and the colors on it are awesome, so I didn't want to use the whole piece behind that. So when I am working on a 2-page spread, I will bounce back and forth. I don't do necessarily one and then the other, but kind of primarily I kind of lay it out a little bit and then keep moving. So I love these little banners. I have 2 that are die cuts, and that was my original thought, and then I ended up pulling one of the chipboard ones. Also from the chipboard piece, I use that little tab at the top that kind of mimics the Kaleidoscope paper. And you can see here I am just joining those 2 pieces of paper together with just some washi tape. They will go in an album, and it'll hold together just fine. So the side with my daughter does get an additional photo, and that is of the cookies she made. And I am going to back her photos with this beautiful blue paper and then with the glossine bags. And I will put the one glossine bag up and one glossine bag down with the little piece of washi tape. These are actually from Spiegel Mom Scraps. When I ordered my sequins, they come in these cute little glossine bags, and she puts this beautiful washi tape, and so I keep them all. And so I felt like they would go really well on this layout. So I am just going to put those back behind, and in that top one is where my journaling is going to go, which amazingly is done. So I love that little shipping tag, and I'm going to use that and the heart to mount my photo of the cookies down there at the bottom. And then at this point, I am thinking that I am going to use that little tabbed piece that kind of looks like it could have been a recipe card as where my journaling is going to go. And I was kind of thinking that I was going to use that focus on the positive as my title, but that does change. And I found this chipboard piece, and it says every picture tells a story, and I will tell you the story. It makes a lot of sense when I actually put my title down. So here I am going through the titles, and I love this. It says, "Oh snap." And then I'm going to add my title, and it is teaspoon, not tablespoon of salt. So while my daughter was home over Christmas break, she asked if she could make cookies, and I said that's fine. But then her cookies came out quite salty and gross, and so her dad was super nice enough to try them, and we made her try them as well. So you can see his reaction to the cookies, and I'm not really sure Julianne took an actual bite of the cookie, but so she learned a good cooking lesson this day, which was awesome, and it just shows her dad was so sweet to have tried that. So I did add a little camera and a couple of little hearts and my journaling in that tag. So here are a couple close-ups, and head over to the Crafty Maven Getaway Facebook group. There's tons of inspiration, and sometimes there's some challenges and some great conversation. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and remember to wear your crown. We'll see you next time. Bye!